Tonight, a debate about this diner that's been part of the look and the feel of East Colfax for decades.
The owner wants to cash in on the property, but that means this beloved diner would go from this to this, another downtown Denver development.
And that plan's not sitting well with some residents who are fighting to turn Tom's now into a landmark which would save it from the bulldozer. Tonight, Denver 7's Jennifer Kowaleski takes us 360 on this contentious fight between old and new Denver.
It awakens a nostalgic spirit in a whole lot of us.
How's the shake?
The love for this iconic Colfax diner
The down and grounded
runs deep.
and the high and mighty come to this facility.
So deep,
reflecting that space age era.
it touches the soul.
It gets arguably as many, if not more, guests than the Gold Tops at Casa Bonita.
And stirs up all kinds of emotions.
I'm a small business owner, husband and father.
Should residents be able to save Tom's Diner? Or does the owner have the right to determine its fate?
I am here in opposition to the landmark application for this building.
I ask you to support the preservation of this totally unique Denver landmark.
Let's go 360 at the counter for full perspectives. We're talking to the owner who says his future is on the line, those fighting to save the diner, historic Denver who says this is about preserving history, and finally, a regular calling for balance.
When I was handed the keys, it never closed. It was open running. It was like riding a Bronco bull.
Perhaps it's fitting that the owner of Tom's Diner is named Tom. And let's be clear,
Tom rocks.
he appreciates the love and is proud of what he's built.
How was everything? The tuna melt? Every day is the longest day of your life, and you look back and you go, wow, that was something.
But 20 years later, Tom Messina is ready to serve up his last plate.
I do not represent a real estate company or a major developer. This is my only asset.
He wants to sell his iconic diner and cash out with a $4 million deal.
It's more about it being a late night diner than it is being a visual, historic spot.
A developer is willing to buy the diner, but only if the building can be demolished. An 8-story apartment building would go up in its place.
What is at stake is my family, my retirement, my hard work that I've put into this.
And here's where we need more context.
All those in favor? Aye.
The Landmark Preservation Commission recently voted against the owner's wishes. They recommended City Council protect the diner and give it historic status. Important to note, a landmark designation puts a halt on any new redevelopment. Messina says will cost him a major reduction in his property value.
It's about 20 years of working in a business and wanting to be able to do what that I feel is my right to do.
Going back to the 360 counter,
I really believe that nostalgia really does kind of inform our choices forward.
Janelle Beach is one of 5 Denver citizens fighting to stop the sale and save Tom's Diner. She filed the application for landmark designation, which began this whole process.
Wanting to protect what's important to the community and the history of Denver, as well as a small business owner, is kind of a tough spot.
Some people don't like modernist architecture, but we know it's an era that we're losing at a rapid pace.
Historic Denver is also fighting to save this Colfax icon, and what they say is one of the last classic examples of GUI-style architecture.
Designed to attract people, be both appealing to popular culture as well as embracing some of the qualities of good 1960 modern architecture.
And this is where we have to go back to the archives. What is now Tom's Diner was once a white spot. This old menu proves green chili was still a thing, and you could get a stack of ribs back then for $4. That is definitely no longer a thing. Before we close this chapter in time,
Is that on? Is that on?
let's bring in regular Ann Elizabeth. She also feels a deep connection.
So much affection for Mr. Messina. I'm a regular.
She's fighting for balance and a solution that can make everyone happy.
I wish for Mr. Messina the reward that he deserves. But you know what? A legacy feeds the spirit.
No matter which side of the plate you fall on,
Wonderful.
whether Tom's Diner is always open or closed for good is now up to City Council. In Denver, Jennifer Kowaleski, Denver 7.
There's a lot there. The council committee will continue discussing whether the diner's landmark application should be approved. Their next meeting is August 6th. So what do you think? Should he have the right to sell it? Should the diner be saved? Please let us know. 360 at thedenverchannel.com. We read every comment. Or if you'd like, you can join the conversation on the Denver 7 Facebook and Twitter pages.